22nd of September, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi, Rabbi Moore, Nitzavim.
Hey.
Hello, Rabbi Moore.
How are you?
Good, Baruch Hashem. Hello, Meir. Hello, Yechiel.
Good. Up to. Pasuk Chof, Pasuk 20. I believe, who is it? Blue, Mayor's your turn? Whose turn?
I honestly don't remember.
I think I read last.
Okay, so Pasuk Mayor, please read. Pasuk Chof.
Okay. Kaf. V'hidi lo Hashem l'ra'a mikol shiftei Yisrael kechol alot abrit hakatuva b'sefer Torah hazeh. Okay. So what? Hashem distinguished.
Will, it's a future.
Oh, will. Oh, because of the vav. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So Hashem will set yes, him apart from the bad of all.
Literal, for evil, for bad.
Oh.
Means for punishment.
Oh. From all the tribes of Israel. Let's see. Kechol alot. For all the alot habrit.
All the curses of the covenant.
Oh, the curses of the covenant. Oh, that is written in this book of the Torah. Okay, so let's see Rashi. Rashi says Hakatuva b'Sefer Torah hazeh. Okay, that's written in the book of this Torah. Okay, let's see. Ulamala hu omer bamkol choli v'kol makah v'gomer. Okay, so above.
1 second, the punchline is coming now.
Oh, let me do the punchline then.
The Sefer.
Oh, the Sefer HaTorah Hazot. Right. Why does it say?
Here it says the Sefer Torah Hazeh. Okay. And there it says Asher lo kasuv, the Sefer Torah Hazois.
One's on the book and one's on the Torah, it looks like.
Right.
Okay.
This is what Rashi is going on to explain.
I don't get that. It says Sefer in both cases. Why would you say one's not on the book?
Depends how you pronounce it. Is it Sefer, the book of this Torah, or is it this scroll, this Torah scroll? Is it the scroll of this Torah, or is it this Torah scroll? You understand the difference?
No, I'm sorry. I don't get it. In both cases, you have a scroll with the Torah on it.
No, yes, but one you're referring to this scroll of the Torah. That's why it says Sefer Torah Hazeh. This is actually going to go into it. The words Torah is a feminine noun and Sefer is a masculine noun. So is it this scroll of the Torah, or is it the scroll of this Torah?
As opposed to another Torah?
Well, we're going to see about that. We'll see, because I'm going to point out the reason why the Torah does that is because when you say this Torah or this scroll, you're pointing to something which is tangible, not necessarily tangible, but certainly virtual. You can actually go ahead and see it. That's why you say this. Okay? Now, when here the pasuk says Haksuba, which is written. Now it's there. It's written down. Okay. So where is it written? In this scroll of the Torah. You've got a Torah scroll here. It's written there. You can see it right here. Okay. There, when the pasuk says, "Am kol choli v'chol makah asher lo yikasu," it's something which says it's not written. Okay, so you can't say, well, it's not written in this Torah scroll. You could say, truth is, but the point is, we want to say it's this. It's not. It's part of this Torah, but it's not written in the Torah in the scroll of this Torah. In other words, it is part of this Torah because there are plagues which we're going to. That's the pasuk referring to. But I take you back to pasuk chapter Chavches, pasuk Samach Aleph. The pasuk says, "Gam kol choli v'chol mako." All any sickness and any wound which is not written in the scroll of this Torah, Ya'aleh Hashem alecho ad yishamdach. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bring them upon you till you are destroyed. So what's the Torah telling you? It's not written here, but it is existent. It will be. There will it is something which will be and is existent, even though it's not written. So the point is, it's part of this Torah, but it's not written in the scroll of this Torah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So therefore, in other words, it's Torah Sheba'al Peh. So therefore, it's more pertinent to say this, which is referring to this. Now, if it had been, you can't say something which is not written in this Torah, in the scroll of this Torah. So that, or shall we say, this scroll of the Torah, it's not written. You could say that, but then I just try to point out. The point is what the pasuk is trying to tell you. It's part of this Torah, but it's not written in the scroll of this Torah. Because it's something which is handed down Torah Sheba'al Peh. That's what the pasuk means.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm still, if I wanted to communicate what you just said, then I would leave out the word sefer.
No, so it's part Asher B'Torah Hazois. But your point is that what the pasuk is trying to tell you, it is something which is b'mesoros, Torah Sheba'al Peh, and it's not written in the scroll. It's not part of the Torah Shebiksav, but it is part of Torah Sheba'al Peh. That's what the pasuk is emphasizing.
So our pasuk 20 is talking only about things that are actually written in the scroll.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go and continue the Rashi. Meir, you're a Balkara, no?
Many years ago.
Okay.
I still know Trump, but I can't really read the Sefer Torah.
Yeah, I also used to learn the Torah many years ago.
Okay. I also still do sometimes. I'm not rarely on Shabbos, but on weekdays I often do. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Where do we leave off? So it says Hazot Lashon Nekeva. Okay. Musav al HaTorah. So that points to, I don't know what Musav means, but it points to the Torah.
Referring to
Referred. Oh, okay.
was connected.
Okay, connected to the Torah itself. Okay. Hazeh Lashon Zachar Musav al HaSefer. So Hazeh is masculine, and it's referring to the book, the Sefer. Okay. V'al Yedei Pisuk Ha'Ta'amim. Oh, it's talking about the truck.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it says by the break of the pasuk, I guess, the break of the truck.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Hein nachlokim,
Hein nechelakin lishtei lishonot. So what they are
they're divided, literally it's
divided.
divided into two different expressions.
Okay. Okay. So they're divided by two different. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Hakilalot. Hatipcha netuna tachat b'sefer. Well, the tipcha is under the sefer. B'sefer. Okay.
Now, that's a general rule. There's in the Talmim, in the trop, you have certain that basically is divided into two types of notes. There are joiners and stoppers.
Okay.
Means that some kinds of notes, the idea is that it joins that word to the next word, and the other type of notes are stoppers, meaning they tell you to make a break, meaning this word is the end of a phrase, and the next word is starting a new phrase.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, there's a hierarchy, kind of. Some are considered stronger joiners than others, and some are considered stronger stoppers than others. Okay?
Uh-huh. Okay. So tipcha, okay, under B'Sefer.
So that's what it says. The tipcha is a stopper. So Parsha Zagroi says, "Tipcha nesuna tachas b'sefer."
Okay.
Okay, and then Torah Hazois, the two words are dvukim zeh lo zeh, are connected one to the other.
Let's see. Okay. V'chan, and here, Hatipcha nituna tachat haTorah. Okay, so the tipcha is under the word haTorah. Nimsa sefer haTorah devukim ze lazeh. So let's see, and it's found. Nimsa.
The result is that Nimtza means the result is that Sefer Torah are joined with each other.
You're joined, right? It's a mirchat tipcha. Okay. Lefikach, lishon zachar nofel acharav. Okay.
It's appropriate. It's apropos. The masculine form hazeh is apropos to come after this phrase Sefer HaTorah. The Sefer Torah.
Oh, okay. So the primary word there is
Sefer.
the sefer. Aha.
That's what it says.
Okay.
Shalosha noifel ala sefer.
Oh, okay,
Exactly as you just said.
right. Okay, that's the end of the Rashi.
Right.
That was
Very
a
good.
Trupp lesson.
Right. By the way, I mean, you can see from this Rashi that it's not just, first of all, there's a Masoris, there's a proper tradition to what are the correct notes. By the way, I had a very, I would say, disconcerting experience when I was in the south, when I went away for a few days. I'm not going to say where I went to. But anyway, went to davened in a minyan, very interesting minyan. But anyway, I've never heard of such a thing like it. The guy got up lane, he laned as if he knew it perfectly. But the notes, right, the trop which he laned with had an inkling of connection with the real notes. He just made up as we went along. But he laned as if he was running, he knew the laning perfectly. That was something amazing. I've never experienced such a thing. But anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, let's okay, I'll call upon him. What you see from here is that the notes, the trop, has meaning. It gives meaning to the text. It's not just something arbitrary. Somebody actually told me many, many years ago. He was at a conference, some business conference, and there were some of the participants were Mormons. So this, they saw he was a frum Yid. So they went over to him and said to him, he says, Bible. They tell me, what are these little bits of things there?
Mm.
So he laughed and says, those are the notes where that's the way we read the Torah. And so, he mentioned it to me. He says, they think they understand the Bible. They think they know how to learn the Bible, even in the original Hebrew. But if they don't even know what the notes are, like they're missing out on a huge part of the way of understanding the Torah. Anyway, okay, let's continue. Pasuk Chaf Aleph. Lou, please.
V'amar hador.
You got quite a few psukim here without Rashi. Next Rashi is on Chaf Hey. Okay.
Ha'acharon b'nei chem asher yakumu me achareichem v'ha-nachri asher yavo me eretz rechoka v'ra'u es makos ha'aretz hahi v'es tachalu'eha asher chila Hashem ba. Okay, so the later generation will say.
And who are they? Who's the later generation? By the way, it doesn't mean just the later, but it means the final generation. Just 1 second. I translated it. Just 1 second. The truth is, I also translated them the later generation. Okay, not sure actually refers to Ha'achron means the last generation, but it can also mean later as well. Okay.
Beinechem asher yakumu, that your children who will arise after you, and the foreigner that will come from a land that is distant
land,
and they will see the plagues of the
Well,
land, its illnesses, with
infliction.
which Hashem has afflicted it. Okay, next pasuk. Gafris u malach. I'm sorry. Va melach serefa chol arta lo si zara velo satz miach velo yaale va kol sev ke ma pechas Sodom va'amora adma u'tvoim asher hafach Hashem ba'apo uvachamaso. Okay, so sulfur and salt, a conflagration, meaning a fire, of the entire land. It cannot be sown, it cannot sprout.
Interesting. By the way, the way you translated it as there's like two separate phrases: Kofis v'melach and Sreifa chol arza. If I understand you correctly.
Well, I think it's saying that the sulfur and the salt is a conflagration.
Yeah. So I translated not Sreifa as a noun, but the entire land will be built through Gofris v'melach. Where is it? Just I've lost the place now. Its entire ground burnt by sulfur and salt.
Yeah, that's the way I understand it.
Okay. The by, so in the translation, it's that usually what you have there is so clear. Okay, go ahead.
It cannot be sown, it cannot sprout, no grass shall rise up on it, like the upheaval of Sodom and Amorah, Admah, and Zeboim, which Hashem overturned in his anger and his wrath.
Right.
Va'amru kol hagoyim al meh asa Hashem kacha la'aretz hazos meh chayri chari ha'af hagadol hazeh. And the nations will say, for what did Hashem do this? So to the land, to this land. Why this wrathfulness of great anger?
Oh wow. What word is wrathfulness?
Chari va'af, wrathfulness and anger.
I know that, but
What do you think chari means?
I just let me check how I translated it myself. Yeah. What is the reason for the outburst of this great anger?
Outburst.
Right.
That makes more sense.
Chori is like an outburst of this great anger.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, we have a couple minutes left. Va'amru al asher as azvu es bris Hashem Elokei avosam asher karas imam behotzio osam me eretz Mitzrayim. And they will say, because they forsook the covenant of Hashem, the God of their fathers, that he sealed with them.
He formed with them. Koras means to
Cut.
form them, right?
He cut the covenant with them, so they sealed as the translation.
Okay,
He made the covenant with them.
right. Formed the covenant with
When he took them out of the land of Egypt.
right.
Okay, so let's see, 25. Is there anything on 25? No. Yeah, there's a 25 here.
Yeah, no, that's the next pasuk, right?
Oh, 20, that was 24 I just did. Here's 25. V'yelchu va'ya'avdu Elokim acherim. Oh, Elohim acherim. Vayish tachavu lahem Elokim lahem
Asher lo yeda'um
asher lo yidaum velo chalak lahem. Okay, so and they went and they served gods of others,
good.
and they prostrated to them. And then this word Elohim, is this
No, it's idols. Idols.
they prostrated to them idols?
Elohim. They went and prostrated themselves to them. Idols, Asher lo yedom, who did not know them. So they did not know them. V'lo cholak lohem.
And they did not apportion to them
Right.
a lot. They did not give them a portion.
Oh,
What
well,
does
we'll
that mean?
see. In Rashi, Rashi's going to dwell on this point. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's a weird phraseology. Okay, so I think we have another minute.
Okay.
Lo yadaum, they did not know. Lo yadu bahem, they didn't know them.
Guvuras
Gevuras
Elokus.
elakus,
Right.
the power of the divine.
They didn't, in words, they didn't recognize in them any divine power. That's what it means. It means they, even though they served these idols, in a way that they did not recognize a divine power in them, yet they still went ahead and worshipped them.
Wow, that's pretty stupid.
Right, but we'll see. I mentioned this a number of times. It's like in those times we don't speak. It's like a lust. They had a lust for spirituality.
Well, in the situation with Eliyahu Hanavi, the false prophets, they thought that their false gods had power because they were cutting their skin and making all kinds of motions and dances.
Yes. So
they thought they were going to do it.
Yeah, because first of all, it could be that they had certain powers, right? Because it's mashma that the Kosh Baruch Hu does allow these powers of Tumah to have power. Yeah? Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
you.
okay, we're still with you. But they deluded themselves. But it's like the same way. I gave you this example. I'm going. It's a very simple level, but a person knows logically that eating pizza is his undoing because it's very unhealthy for him. But he has a lust for it because the flavor or whatever, he gets transient enjoyment, right, from eating it. Even though if he used his mind, he would realize it's stupid, right? He'd go ahead and eat it. Here, so too, but when a person fulfills a lust, he gets a transient enjoyment as a result, even though if you look at it logically, he's seeing it's stupid.
But
Something-
what I'm saying is this seems to contradict Rashi. Rashi says that the Jewish people did not know. I'm sorry, the Jewish people knew that these idols had no power.
Yes,
But
they were still,
what I'm saying is they didn't know, because we see with the case of Eliyahu that they thought they did have power.
yes. So obviously, some yes and some no. Obviously, the priests of the Baal, they were so, shall we say, entrenched and absorbed with their thing. They were totally deluded by their desire to serve this idol. But there's different levels. But even those that weren't so deluded, but there's still people go ahead and do it.
You're saying the rank and file didn't believe in the idols?
Could well be. I
Mhm.
mean, what do people do nowadays? You know, these
They
people
were
in
just
the
going along with it in order to fit into their society.
right.
Okay, I guess we can continue until it'll cut us off in 2 minutes.
Okay, fine.
Below chalak lahem, and they did not apportion to them. Lo nisanam lechelkam. They did.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu give them for be their portion, which means HaKadosh Baruch Hu allowed Kaviyachal, the Goyim, to have their portion of serving idols. Whereas the Jews, we're not allowed to serve idols. I mean, the Goyim are not allowed to either, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu allows the Goyim to go on their own sweet way and go ahead and serve idols. But the Jewish people are forbidden to do so. Okay?
So in other words, Hashem gives power to the idols so that the non-Jews can follow them.
Allows the Goyim to be deluded to following the idols. But
It doesn't allow us to be deluded.
In a way, we can delude ourselves, but Hashem doesn't. In words, Hashem expects us not to be deluded, whereas HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't necessarily expect the Goyim to be not to be deluded. Whereas a Goy will naturally be deluded to serve Avodah Zarah. A Jew should not be naturally deluded. He will not. I mean, hopefully not, because he has the Torah, and the Torah should be his guide to understand that this is idol worship is garbage.
But that seems to be a contradiction